Hello, my dear students. Very warm welcome to our platform of National IAS. And today we are going to start with a new series that is Avoid CSAT FOMO. As you all know, that CSAT is becoming tougher and tougher every year, and it is eliminating or killing multiple UPSC dreams. So here we are to make it as easy for you as possible. But today's lecture will be mostly an introductory lecture where we will be discussing that how you can use this series. Before moving ahead, let me introduce myself. I am D Prakash. I have done my graduation and post graduation in civil engineering from ISC Bangalore and NIT Raipur. Apart from that, I have also done an executive education course in public policy and management in IIM Ahmedabad, and I have worked as a consultant to Ministry of Skill Development. Consultant to Ministry of Skill Development. है ना? If you want to join, connect with me, you can join this Telegram channel that is t.me/UPSC with DP. So now let us move ahead, and before introducing you to this lecture series, let me introduce CSAT paper in very brief, because many students, when they talk to me or when they come to us, they ask about, sir, what are the trends, division, and how we are going to tackle them. So yes, that is very much important, although it may seem irrelevant for some students. Let us look at it. 2023, that format of this table is mostly like 2023, how many questions were asked from how many topics, and how in the bracket there will be how much were the question number in the previous year and what is the change. So please remember, this will be the format. If you go to the syllabus, there are multiple topics which have been mentioned. Basic numeracy and maths, which is the you can say most important topic, father, godfather, whatever way you want to take it. If you see, the highest weightage is given to this topic, basic numeracy and maths, 39 questions, 31 questions, 33 questions, 39 questions, 37 questions. So past 5-year paper, if you see, you will realize that the weightage is quite high for basic numeracy and maths. So please, my dear students, remember that near about 35 to 40 questions we are expecting even this year from this basic numeracy and maths. Now coming to reading comprehension, it is 26, 28, 27, 25 and 30. So you can again see that here the question number is varying between 25 to 30, right? Understood? Very well understood. Okay. The next part is logical and analytical reasoning. That is 10 questions, 9 questions, 16 questions, then again 10 questions, 13 questions. So my dear students, if you try to get an idea of what these topics refer to, or maybe what is the weightage of this topic, in that case you will realize that they vary from 10 to 15. 10 to 15 is the variation. Now visual reasoning, you see, very rarely they have been asked. Understood? Data interpretation, definitely that is there, 2 1, right? And meagerly they have been asked. Decision making, my dear students, this topic was definitely mentioned in the syllabus, and it was asked long back when the paper was new. In CSAT paper, when the paper was new, decision making was asked. But since 5 6 7 years, no question has been asked, and we will presume that no question further will be asked from decision making. So please take a note that you should not try to over focus on decision making. Please remember this thing. There is no need to read this decision making. I cannot guarantee that it will never ever come, but yes, definitely seeing the trends, decision making has very less, almost zero probability to be asked in this examination. So please remember. Apart from that, there is another type of question, data sufficiency. That is 5 questions, 12 questions, 0, 5, 0. So this part also has extra weightage. Now, my dear students, please look at it very carefully. What happens? This data sufficiency is built on two parts. First thing is, usually there will be some statements which will say that, okay, these are the conditions, and are these data sufficient to deduce to certain logic, right? So ultimately, if you will try to understand that, you can club this data sufficiency, or you can build this data sufficiency only when you understand logical reasoning plus basic maths. So please remember, data sufficiency will come only when you have very good numerical skills as well as reasoning skills. So make sure that you are working on these two fundamentals. Understood? This was the pattern. So what I have done over here, I have taken again 2023 trends, है ना? So I have merged them with reading comprehension. Reading comprehension, 26 questions were there. In reading comprehension, if you will see, it is not the normal reading comprehension which you get in other exams, right? So the pattern is quite different. What is the pattern? They will ask you about inference. What is inference of this passage? What author can what people can infer from this passage? What are the author's assumptions in this passage? What are the conclusions? Right? So all these kind of questions they will ask. Understood? So please remember, make sure that these are quite different and you will need a lot and lot of practice. Even then, with lot of practice, please remember the chances of getting a question right in this arena is very less. Less in the sense, you will be very easily, with enough practice, you will be very easily able to do 50-50. Clear? But the answer, final answer is highly subjective. Please remember, it will depend on the uh, mindset of the question paper setter. So please remember, I will highly recommend, there is another myth in the market or with the students who fear this maths and reasoning, that okay sir, 26 questions are there, I need 27 questions to pass this exam, I will focus extremely hard on reading comprehension and eventually I will get through this exam. No, my dear students, that is very difficult. Trust me, very difficult, because getting 100% accuracy in this reading comprehension is very, very rare. Understood? So it will be always safer to presume that with hard work you will be able to achieve 50% or maybe 60%. है ना? So that way you will be easily able to get 10 questions perfect out of it. है ना? So final marks will be 10 questions. 17 questions you have to still solve from these two areas. So that is why you cannot ignore it. Please remember, you cannot ignore reasoning ability and basic numeracy and maths. Understood? So please make sure that you are going through all these questions. I think little bit data might be here and there, but don't worry about these numbers. You have to focus on these arenas as well. Understood? Okay. Let us move ahead. Now, what about this FOMO series? Please remember, this will consist of 30 lectures in which we will try to complete your CSAT. And the prime purpose of this series is revision. Please remember, there will be a lot of revision related stuff. So how we have tried to format this lecture series, because see, hardly 1 month is remaining, right? Slightly more than 1 month is remaining in this examination, right? So this is a high time when you will try to focus on GS as well, because GS is the one where the merit will decide or where the cutoffs will decide. Understood? So you need some time for GS as well. We do not want to hamper that, and for that reason we have decided that CSAT lecture, one lecture will be of only 20 minutes. Only 20 minutes. Understood this thing? In 20 minutes, what we have tried to bifurcate, we will take one previous year question, one previous year question. Understood it? One previous year question from the topic. Uh, you can pause the video. You can pause the video and try to solve it on your own based on whatever you understand. Then next 10 minutes I will dedicate to all the formulas. I will dedicate to all the formulas, because this was very much in demand by students, that sir, there is no compilation with available with us where all the formulas are given, right? So please make sure that I will make sure that in the next 10 minutes I will give you all the relevant formulas as well as shortcuts. But please remember, I have always said that don't over rely on shortcuts, because most of them are not universal. Second thing is that you cannot remember so much. These shortcuts make the maths tough. If you will rely on basics, you will practice enough, you will be easily able to get through things. I myself don't know many shortcuts, but still I have managed to get it in CAT 95.89 something percentile. Please remember, this is percentile, not percentage, right? Same way I have scored very decent marks in GATE. I scored in gate something like all India rank 271, 267 or something like that. Yes. है ना? Same way, I have also cracked SSC examination, and in UPSC, I have always cracked this CSAT very well. है ना? I will only attempt maths plus reasoning because that they are my strong points, and then I will leave the paper. Understood? So don't go with that kind of notion, but still, please remember basics are very, very much important, right? So in next 5 minutes, I will give you the solution of the one question which I have chosen as previous year question, which you should have attempted. And last 1 minute, I will give you another question for practice. So please remember the format will be one PYQ, then all the formulas followed by solution of the PYQ, and then one question for practice. Understood? So that you can quickly revise and get a feel for the topic. Understood this thing? Okay. What will be covered and what will not be covered, my dear students? Let me be very clear. Here we will be covering all the basic formulas, some genuine shortcuts which are universal and memorable. Please remember, I won't teach anything which will not be memorable. For example, mixture and allegation. Here, only thing which you should remember is the short trick. Here, there is nothing like basics or anything. If you understand how to apply that shortcut, they are universal and they are memorable. I hope that is clear. Another thing, please make sure that you avoid this FOMO of shortcuts. Many students come to me and say that, sir, shortcuts are very much important. We want to remember the shortcut. But the thing is, many of them are not universal. If the question will be asked in some other format, it will become very difficult for you to solve them. Understood? So please don't run behind shortcuts. Go with the detailed procedure. And what we expect from you is practice, practice, and practice. Please remember this is extremely, extremely important. Even in my class, I say that if you fear maths, from each, whatever topic you fear the most, pick up that topic, pick up that topic, and solve 30 questions from that topic. 30 questions of different format. What will be the source? My dear students, Google is God these days. Just type that topic, you will get n number of websites which will be listing these questions. Solve 30 questions and then come back to me and tell that, sir, I still do not understand. I can bet I will, you won't be able to say that. If you have really understood that topic, those 30 questions, you will be able to solve the question. That topic will become easy for you. Trust me, you will be coming and teaching me, sir, this should be done in this way. Understood? So please remember, practice is the key. Practice is the key. Don't run from giving or shy away from giving tests. So that will be the way forward for you. And that's all for today's series. I hope you have liked the lecture. Please like, share, and subscribe. Apart from that, also comment your queries, doubts, and feedback. Thank you and have a great day ahead.